after his heart.
Hi guys, welcome back to the After His Heart podcast. We are so glad you have joined us again. Before we go any further, we'd like to shout out our sponsors, Spire Creative, everyone. Go onto the social media and follow them. They're doing our production and they can do so much more. So go and follow them. So we are your hosts, Irene.
Hola.
Diana.
And today we picked an interesting topic.
Lighter.
Well, very
Lighter
light.
than the last.
Yeah, very light compared to the previous one. And it is, what would you tell your younger self, to be specific, 16-year-old self? So,
Where?
D. What were you doing when you were 16 years old?
Where were you?
Where was I when I was 16?
Yeah,
You want like details.
give us.
Always. That's us. We're deep.
Shall not incriminate myself. When I was 16, I was at Macquarie College. I was wearing a yellow dress. I had a balanced belt, a very big sweater, an even bigger backpack, and I had butter toffees. You know those shoeless thingies? So I was
The vision.
I was such, I was a tomboy.
Yeah.
I was that kid. I was so weird when I was 16. My goodness.
Yeah.
I still am weird, but I was like,
Yeah.
pro
Max.
Yeah, pro max. What was I doing when I was 16? I think I was literally living in the moment. The things that were bothering me were not there. I thought, yes, I had things that were bothering me. Physics, chemistry. Chemistry didn't like me, but I liked it.
Yeah.
But it hated me
Yeah.
very, very much.
Yes, it's so
So
comforting.
many things. It's so comforting that to know that chemistry hated some people.
No, to know that
friends.
we're not alone.
No.
I was not alone.
Never.
Funny
alone.
story. Like I did so bad at chemistry that my chemistry teacher, looked for me on social media
What?
and sent me a message. Hi, my student. I was like, no.
He knew you.
Like, I think he really, really waited for my results. And it was like
Yeah.
after. So yeah, when I was 16, that was it really. My issues were school
Yeah.
and really just
No
making
boys.
boys, of course there were boys. In my head, not out there.
Yeah.
Like, it sounds very awkward, little too awkward too.
Yeah.
Say anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about
Like you would say anything. Yeah.
But you haven't said what to say to 16.
Oh, what I'd say to for example.
Point number one.
Point-
Sit down, Diana.
Point
16,
number
Diana.
one. I would tell 16-year-old me to make my mistakes my friend. Like,
Take
Say
them
that
as your
again.
friend. The first time I've had
Yes.
a parent
Yes.
said like that.
take your mistakes as your friend, pick them up, and learn from them. Because, my gosh, I made so many mistakes. But like, I feel like that's the year that if I had a chance to redo, that's the year I would redo. Because
You'd make your mistakes again.
no. In the sense of I would correct them, of I would
Okay.
hold them as friends and learn from them and pick them up and fix them so that
Yes.
I don't have to have them go with me all the way. You get? So that's one thing I tell my 16-year-old self. Let your mistakes be your friend. Hold them, learn from them. Yep.
Move
But
on.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I wish I knew what failing forward was back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I didn't know back then, and I wish I did. So if I was like a 16-year-old right now, I'd tell
Yeah.
them that. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dear.
Oh.
Where
Where
were you at 16 mentally, emotionally?
My goodness, did I even have emotions at 16? I feel like at 16 I was still in that awkward phase of I can't show people that I can be sad. I have a friend who used to ask me constantly, you cry? You know, I was in that kind of weird, awkward phase.
Yeah.
But I think the thing I would tell myself at 16 is you're going to be okay. Like, by the way, it's not that deep.
Yeah.
You're going to be fine. Some things don't work out, and it's fine. I think I had that. Is it a disease? Is it a? I don't know what it is. It's like that symptom of you grow way past your age.
Yeah.
I had that, and for a very long time, people used to give me the "you are way older." First of all, you look older than your actual age, but you're also like way older, which for them I guess would be a compliment. But it got to me that now I was thinking, you know what? Since I look and seem older than my age, let's go, let's do it. So at 16, I think that was. I'm not say what class I was because also my class like never really.
It's all right.
It's okay.
It's okay.
People are like heaven.
With my age.
Once man's in heaven.
Yeah, but I remember that immediately after school, and that's both Form 4 back and Form 6 back, I was looking for a job. I was just like, let's go, let's work, let's find money, let's be comfortable and be independent. Yeah, so I'll tell myself it's fine, it's okay, really relax, be 16, make the mistakes, live in the moment, learn, but do everything but panic. You're going to be fine. Yeah.
I think before I share mine, I just have a question of why do you think we felt like we had to figure things out? You know, like we were all before it is your age. Of course, there's circumstances and all that happens, but like you feel like you are taking huge leaps and skipping so many small steps.
Yeah.
It eventually catches up with you.
You mean like why did I feel that pressure?
Yeah, why do we feel the pressure to just
Go
be
do the
ahead?
thing.
Yeah.
I think I love my mom. I do. I talk about her a lot. But I think I didn't have somebody affirming that I'm right where I need to be.
Right.
It always felt like, first of all, I am the last born of so many. For a long time, I was the last born at least. So it always felt like everyone was ahead, always. And then that was home. Then I go to school and I felt like, how are we age mates? But like, you think like that. Do you get to? For me, it was like always no balance. So I felt like, you know what? These ones of school, they'll be fine. Let us grow because, so I feel like for me, it was highly influenced by. There was just always older people around me who never really, I love you guys, who grew up with me. I'm not saying I don't, but they never really affirmed where I was and told me, Madam, it's
Be a
fine.
child.
Be a child.
Yeah.
It sort of felt like I was with them in the growing up. So, yeah. How about you? 'Cause
Look at you.
look at me
Turned out
your
great.
being
So you turned
vulnerable.
out great.
What?
Did a bit
Go.
worse.
It really could have.
But you turned out great.
I turned out great.
We praise the Lord.
You did.
To good
Is
say-
what?
Send it.
Yeah.
I think I also share similar
Yeah.
sentiments with you about being ahead, you know. And for me, it wasn't that there was so many grown-ups and then few younger ones. However, I was in the middle.
Yeah.
So I had
You
to
couldn't be a
connect
child?
the young to the old
Yeah.
and fix whatever it is. So
Yeah.
my older brother was never at home. He was in boarding school. And that kind of made me the
The older one.
as you know. And there's also this thing that is so bad of they expect women or girls to be stronger, to be, you know,
More
don't cry
responsible.
about this, don't cry, you know, like be the one to fix everything, be the one to, you know, and then somehow I feel like I missed a part of my childhood.
Because you were trying to
missed-
care for everyone else.
Yeah, because I did, and like you don't have time to sit down and be a child for what? What do you mean? You know, the grown-ups are not around, you're the one that is around 7 years old, you know, and so by the time I'm 16,
Yeah.
I
You know, it's
don't
funny
know
how
how
I
to be
see that
16.
now. I see that in you now.
yeah,
Like, Irene has a little bit of fixer mentality.
parent.
Assistant parent. You know what I mean? Like, it's beautiful,
yeah,
but like, many times I'm constantly worried whether it's
Yeah.
not taking a toll on you.
Yeah.
This
so
is you
I-
saying yeah so that I stop talking.
Yeah.
No, so for me, I feel like 16-year-old me, you say that you would tell yourself to make the mistakes and then learn from them and grow with them. For me, I feel like I did not get the time to even think about making a mistake.
had
That
to,
even
right?
when I made a mistake, I would try so much to be perfect. I'll try so much to do the right thing by everyone. So I think I would be what maybe was a people pleaser. However, I also had the other side of I don't care. You know, so it was a
Like, it's how
balance
she
of
said
that.
Have the girl correct
Have.
No, had.
Have.
Had.
Okay, maybe.
So I think 16-year-old
Yeah.
me, I'll tell her to first relax and just don't try to be perfect and the perfect child, the perfect sister, and the perfect this and the perfect that, you know.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Man, but it turned out great as well.
Look at me. Yeah.
Dee, what else would you tell your 16-year-old?
I think I'd tell her
Yeah.
that it's you versus you.
Yeah, you took your
Stop.
deep.
And stop comparing. It's deep. No, because
Talk about comparing.
Oh, you
I'd
mean
say it's me
oh.
versus me, so stop comparing. Like, because you see when you're 16, like you've gone through the whole adolescence, how it starts, then at its peak and everything. So there's this girl,
You're at the peak.
yeah, at your peak, yes, you're at your peak, but then there's like so many things happening around you. There's so much noise around you, and you're very tempted to actually be like, hey, mom, I wish I was like that girl. Not for her, she gets on the D1s, there were D1s, right? Or there were A's.
D1s.
I did you names.
Yeah.
Not saying the other ones.
Is when comes.
And of course, that's the A's now.
Yeah.
Quite
But no,
yeah.
A is with A-level.
Kampala B. Because
Okay.
But yes, because you see, even that kid that you were trying to compare yourself to was going through so much in their head at the time.
Yes.
They were, first of all, they probably had like 5 big pimples and they worried about the pimples. It was the season, really.
yeah,
for
and for
most
them they're
people.
probably comparing themselves to you in terms of like she has friends,
She has friends.
she has a social
she's
life.
this. And yet, you know,
She has
if you
better
ask,
shoes.
if I knew then, I just have the whole, okay, this is me. These are my problems. That one has their own problems. What I
Yeah.
know now, because now, yes, there's still a bit of comparison, to be honest,
Yes.
because you see so many things around you. But then, back then, it was worse, I think.
Yeah.
It was worse than it is now. Now I'm more aware. So I tell a 16-year-old me, it's you versus you, dear. The rest of the world has their own issues as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, do you think did you ever do a comparison issues in
I mean,
that stage? That's a yes. Do you think you would listen to
To age me now.
no?
To
like,
this
do you
advice?
think
No.
like
No, I don't think I didn't get the advice. I think I got the advice. I just did not listen to it. I think in one way or the other, I did. I was just too self-involved to listen because at that point, what mattered? It's a thing of priorities. My priorities then were appearance. What do people think of you? Do people think you're the little, at was tiny, so the little girl who's just going to be crying about every convenience, or do they think you're being tiny and being a girl and all of that is like, I was really just out to please people, so I wouldn't listen either way.
yeah? I think I was also thinking that many times we're so exposed to knowledge, we're so exposed to advice from different people. However, when the rubber hits the road, I don't know what happens. Like you just
It's like you forget.
You know, like how would we? How do you think you'd handle? How can we handle better? Because I know that we have access to younger people. You work with young girls. You have younger people around. I do as well. how do we then, especially about comparison, man, comparison is such a killer. Now we know it. However, looking back, now that Diana talks about it, I feel like for me, part of why I didn't like the makeup, I didn't like all that, was because I think I would compare myself to other girls that I would think look, better, and then I'd be like, Fred, you know much, be like, you know what, I don't have to try even, and that kind of just keeps you in that shell and just shy, and like you can't do anything.
And regardless of how many year beautifuls you got,
doesn't make any difference.
I think it's like us and God. Now, how many times do you know that God is good for a fact? And the moment you have at the slightest inconvenience, you're just like, I am so unloved. Oh my God, where are you?
Yeah.
And yet for a fact that you love. So
He's very alone.
So Ecclesiastes 11:9. You who are young, be happy while you are young, and let your heart give you joy in the days of your youth. Follow the ways of your heart and whatever your eyes see. But know that for all these things, God will bring you into judgment.
You will be judged.
You will be judged. Like, do everything, but please note that you will be judged for that. Yeah.
Well, would you like to tell us your next?
my next thing, I think I've said it. I've hinted either in the last episode about women. But I think I would tell myself to be feminine without shame.
Okay.
Yeah, I am ashamedly confessing that I cannot stand heels till today. Like 10 minutes in and I'm just like, why? Why do I need to be doing this? And yet, it's not a bad thing. But I convinced myself that having a little bit of masculinity was what was okay, what was good. And that not only affected outside me, but like even inside and all of that, there's like a whole lot of healing that I had to do. I've said that before. Yeah, so that would be my third one. I tell myself, child, be a girl. Like, talk like this, and it's cool. Like, it doesn't take away from who you are.
As long as you don't do that kind of neck.
No, like none of us showing people. Then you can do small. No. But I would tell myself down to like, it's okay to look good. It's okay to be leaving the house and to genuinely just feel good, look good. It's okay to do your hair beyond holding a puff.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm learning.
Okay. No, but I would convince myself femininity is not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Valid question.
I have many.
Like a stash. But okay.
But I wonder why we viewed. Is it because that we associate strength with masculinity and not the other way around?
Exactly. Which is very unbiblical because the Bible does talk about a strong woman, being able to wear that dignity and grace and tap into that softness and all of that. I think it's really a societal thing, a strong girl and all of that. And well, who doesn't want to be strong?
Yeah. All of us do want to be strong. Yeah.
Though, me, I don't even know where that came from. Friends, I have 2 sisters. Grew up with mostly my mother.
Yeah.
They were also feminine. I don't.
Did you like the way they handled their business or the way that they were? Anyway, never mind. Yes.
Not today. Cool. Yeah. Am I answering your question or am I telling my 16-year-old something?
You're 16 years old and thinking.
To be true to who I am, to who she was, and to stop trying to impress those friends because you probably won't be in touch with them now. like so many years down the road, you probably will not be in touch with those friends. But I was trying to impress that fine boy from the science class. While you were in O-level, he was in A-level. And then he was just a very fine boy, and you're trying to impress him, and then right now you don't even know if he's still alive. You don't even know it. Because COVID happened, anything could happen. You don't know if they even knew. They probably didn't even know your second name, man. They just knew. That's that guy's cousin.
I know.
Yeah. But we tied. Mom, yeah, we tied on that. We tied.
Okay, me, I didn't tell. Let me take it.
No, but she looks like the prevent purple.
No, but you know the
No,
whole...
but not that way. Let me tell you a story.
Oh, you were too proud.
No, I was too shy. So, I was in day school. I was never in boarding. In O-level, I think we were in like Form 2 and this boy was in Form 4. Okay. So...
Ali, this boy is
I-
watching.
Right? If you are, he would
wouldn't
never know.
That's
Yeah,
the thing.
he would not know. So, so I liked him, but I was in day school. So one time I came very early to school.
I remember this story.
Yeah, came very early to school no, but the first time it was innocent, so I came and then I found him ironing like outside. So there are dorms at that side of our class. I said, oh, is this the time you're always out ironing?
He's such a good
Is
man.
this the
He
time?
irons.
Okay, I'll
You
be
know
here
what I mean?
this time every day. It happened twice, guys. I would wake up so early.
Checking tables. No, keep
I leave home so
I
early.
don't know how that happens.
Every time. So I
I
leave
swear.
home so early.
Let's
Okay.
wait.
Sorry. I think it
I really don't know what happened.
It's not the same table.
wasn't
Same
her.
table.
Sorry.
It's not
It's not the same table.
Your 16-year-old boyfriend doesn't want us to talk about it. It's out there summoning.
Out there doing it.
Summoning. It's like, I feel like someone's talking about me.
He comes
Don't come to me.
Cast on cast. Blood of Jesus.
Okay, it's good enough.
But it's coming onto his throat.
Up. Yes, oh. It's called a kit. Sorry.
The reindeer prison. That's a lot.
There's.
You guys have some bachelor cream in here right now. I feel like I want to walk out.
Be
Can you like
exposed,
forget my name? We can get a
exposed,
person to
exposed.
replace me.
Anyway, proceed with your 16
I proceed. Anyway, so I made sure that like I would be at school at like 6:30. That's really early.
That's really it. Please note
For
you were in
me-
day school.
Yeah, for me to make sure that this boy sees me, never talk to him.
You did you even
Never
know
ever
his
talk to
name
him.
at that point?
Yes, because he was an altar boy at school. I was in Catholic school. Anyway, I don't know how we got here, but that's the story. Yes, this.
Inshallah first.
Wow.
Guys,
Wow. Yes.
moving right along.
I'm right along.
Like, that struggle to impress these people.
Yeah.
Great.
You probably will not be in touch with them 10 years down the road. I think from the friends that I made that time, there's a few that I still talk to. There are a couple that are still in my life, yes. But then all the ones that confused my mind,
Yeah.
I don't even know where they are right now. Like, yes, okay, for the moment, because it's fun. It makes for very nice stories when you grow older, but it's not that deep.
Like, it's like, okay, so
It
big deal.
happened, but don't overdwell on it.
Yeah.
One of them told me they'd wait for me. Anyway, moving on.
Look at that.
Sorry for that.
But I didn't wait.
Oh,
It was just a holiday.
the next
Moving
time.
on.
The next time he was like,
Then I go.
Who's
Woo!
take off 5 minutes every day to fear human beings. Like just at least 5 minutes are dedicated to fearing the human race. Because anyway,
Yeah.
I read.
Yes. One other thing I'd tell my 16-year-old self is to not be afraid of
And the
doing
darkness.
the things of doing the things that tug on your heart. You
Yeah.
read the scripture about following your heart and what you see. But I think for me that was total opposite. You know how I like singing? The first time I sang was when I was out of high school. Meanwhile, I've been, of course, singing at home, karaoke, WBS. Yes. No, on TV while watching.
Okay.
I thought
But
like,
no. But
I was gonna look for those videos.
yeah, no. But I never, like, I was afraid of doing things, and I feel like that fear just rippled into
Yeah.
the future
yeah.
because
Yeah.
they overthink about it. Time is going. Meanwhile, the opportunity goes. If it comes back, well and good, and then again you miss it. So, yeah,
Yeah.
I used to scared of doing things.
I am. And I feel like 45-year-old me is going to be telling age me now, don't be scared to do things. But like, I think I am less afraid.
Yeah.
It's like now I don't have the, what if it doesn't? Now my fear is this really what I need to be doing?
Right.
Not in the what if it doesn't come. Like that we have, like the worst that it can do is fail. So let's just do it.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, but the other thing I tell 16-year-old me, yeah, I think a little bit contrary to what you said, I tell 16-year-old me to invest in my friendships as much as I can. I think I have the ability to have a perfect conversation with a stranger. Like, and you live convinced that we are besties. Like, you think you know my entire life. I have told you everything. However, I didn't know the art of cultivating existing friendships. So it's almost as if when that element of surprise has gone, I'm just like, next. Yeah, and of course that grew way past 16, and it's something that I think I regret doing. So I tell myself as early as possible, cultivate good friendships. It's okay to invest. We all know at our ages, really, right now, we know friendships are work. We actually put in the work and make them, as much as you would a relationship. So I tell myself that. Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah, question.
No, not this time, but I was going to say that when I was 16, I had pretty good friends.
Yeah. Same.
And actually, I'm in touch with not many, but a few. And I find that those people were there for me because that was a very trying period, for me. And I didn't, like, the only safe place I had was school. And so also, I, as if two different people at home, I'd be this quiet. I felt like no one really understood me at all. And then when I was at school, fun, loving, laughing, loudest laugher. And people would laugh because I'm laughing.
Yeah, till today.
No.
You had your laugh.
Yeah.
But like, I appreciate the friends that I had, and I think
Yeah.
I'd agree with you
Yeah.
to put in the work. Also, I feel like there's some friendships, many friendships that are just for just a time. People will come into your life for particular times,
And they'll go.
and they'll go,
And it should be
you
okay.
just make peace
One
with
day we
that
should talk
and live
about
in
the
moment.
heartbreak that friendship.
Next
Cause-
time is going to be heartbreak.
Yeah,
What?
next. Yeah, we should do an episode on like
I'm being jealous.
why am I crying for a friend? Girl.
Too much.
Bye.
Yeah, and
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's it. That's it. Do you think this is regret? Do you think
something.
you
For some things, definitely. There are times that meme of when you think back to something you did so many years ago and cringe.
Yes, you're like,
Yeah, there's something
why?
where like I wish I actually knew better.
Right.
Of there are so many things that I keep thinking as I said earlier, that if there's a year I could redo, it would be 16.
yeah.
Because I feel like it was a turning point for so many things for me, and I would take it back and like just fix,
Yeah.
sort out so many things,
Yeah.
like change this decision, change this, because again, so many things were happening at that time. I feel like I was a guinea pig for so many things at that time as well, and okay, yeah,
Yeah.
some of them I regret.
Yeah. I don't. I hate that they happened, but I feel like I have come to realizing, you know what, these lessons have sort of shaped Paula now.
That's true.
It would really wouldn't be Paula if I didn't go through those things. It would be someone else. So I think it's not more of regret. Yes, they are cringe-worthy things,
Yeah.
but it's more what a time to be alive. I now know better. Let's do better. I know for a fact that there's many people I hurt, and maybe that's the part I regret. Most especially with friendships, with just being too self-involved or being a people pleaser. But even then, I'm glad that I grew to knowing better.
Yeah.
So
Like aside from that, 16 was fun. It was
Yeah.
ratchet. It was fun. Like, oh my goodness. Like, I actually sit back and
like our worries were legit
yeah,
break
that's the
time.
thing. Oh, what? There are friends that I still have. Please note, there are a couple of people in my life that are from that time, and we sit back and
Love
like,
for it.
and I've been blessed enough to actually keep working with them.
Yeah.
So we think back, have like a flashback, and just burst out, and you're like, oh my gosh, who is this person now? Can you imagine? And then you laugh. Like it, yes, there's some regrets, but then there are also beautiful
you.
stories.
Yeah.
Like things
Yeah.
you won't tell your kids about, things that you will look at your 16-year-old do, and you will just laugh.
You'll
because,
be like,
oh my gosh, this was me.
Polar reincarnate.
Thank you. God, please no.
I know, I said no, honestly.
But
This is what I'm thinking though. We are, thank God we got out of that. However, there's people who are living in mistakes.
Yeah.
They made mistakes at 16 that they feel like you guys have no idea what you're talking about. You were able to get out of them or you weren't, or they left a permanent mark. This is just an encouragement. If you're feeling like that, it's beautiful when you get a scar. I have this one scar, and I think I'm so glad that it's here, because every time I feel a certain way about a wound I had, it's like it's like my tattoo. It's like my reminder of it will really be a scar one day. So it will really, the pain will go away. So that thing that you feel like you are living in because you made a mistake and you just can't get out of it, an encouragement. One day it will actually be a scar.
Yeah.
God is gracious enough to steer you back on course,
Yes.
even you've gone off. Like
Yes.
that's just how kind He is.
Right.
He won't leave you there and be watching, chewing popcorn, saying,
Consequence. Guess who's suffering?
all right?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
He's gracious and He's
Yeah.
kind and He's
Yeah.
loving. And even if in this season, all that time, you've not felt it, please take it from me.
Yeah.
He's gracious enough to reel you back.
Yeah, he's a good father. He's a good father, and he promised. I think one of my favorite scripture, we're wrapping up, I promise, is he has cast your sin as far as the east is from the west, and it's not just that he has cast it in the sea of forgetfulness.
Right.
He's literally waiting for you to acknowledge that. It's your shame and your sin keeping you thinking that he's not forgiving, but he's like saying, child, I love you too much to leave you there. Can you just come back? And runaway child. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us again. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Follow us on our social media platform, most especially Instagram, the AHH Pod. The Pod. Anyway, yes, follow us and leave a comment, leave suggestions if you feel like Banagede is like a green plant. That like you guys
I want to put here.
yeah, leave that comment. But also a reminder that this video is proudly sponsored by Spire Creative. They do branding, they do production, they do all these good things that you would highly benefit from if your brand is struggling. Or not. Or even if you're thriving and just
Especially if you're thriving.
yes, especially if you're thriving. Do it. Thank you so much again. Follow us on our individual social media platforms that we tagged. From us today. Bye.
After his heart.